Unmasking Cat Greene. Salem's quiet newcomer actually a super spy on Days of Our Lives? Longtime Days of Our Lives fans know better than to take anything or anyone at face value in Salem. The town has seen its share of resurrections, doppelgangers, and international spy networks. But even by Days standards, something unusual is happening with Cat Greene, and viewers over the past few weeks have started to wonder if the shy, grief-stricken assistant might be hiding a past that's anything but ordinary. It started with subtle clues. A glance here, a strange phrase there. But as the layers begin to peel back, fans are asking, is Cat Greene secretly working with Shane Donovan and the ISA? Could she be more than just a kind-hearted aide to Marlena Evans? And if so, why is she in Salem now, and what is her true connection to the people she's quietly observing? Let's take a closer look at what we know so far and why Cat Greene may soon become one of the most important characters in Days of Our Lives. A quiet start, with hints of something more. Cat Greene arrived in Salem in June 2024 under chaotic and suspicious circumstances. Discovered after Clyde Weston's cryptic clues led Chad DiMera and Jack Devereaux to her. She initially appeared disoriented and confused, claiming to be a resurrected Abigail Devereaux. That deception, while later cleared up, was the first sign that Cat was more than she appeared. She was found near John Black, too, a detail many fans may have missed at the time but which suddenly seems much more significant. And now, in the wake of John's tragic death, Cat's presence is taking on new weight. Strange behavior, Cat and the mystery of the forgotten photo. The first major red flag came last week in a scene that seemed innocuous on the surface but had longtime viewers raising their eyebrows. Cat, while delivering food to Marlena, still reeling from the death of her husband John, spotted a photograph of Sami Brady on the table. She froze. Then she said something strange. I know her. I think. I just don't remember from where. This wasn't a case of mistaken identity. This was something deeper. Recognition buried beneath layers of erased memory or perhaps suppressed knowledge. And then came the next moment, one that truly shook fans. Cat grew emotional looking at a photograph of John Black on the mantle. Now, of course, it would make sense for someone who had worked closely with Marlena to feel emotional about John's passing. But Cat's reaction was more intimate. Her grief seemed personal, not professional. Was this simply admiration from afar? Or a sign of a much closer connection? The funeral scene that changed everything. Then came the funeral. In Monday's episode, Cat was seen moving quickly down the center aisle at John Black's memorial service. She wasn't lingering. She wasn't there to grieve like everyone else. She was on a mission. And on her way down the aisle, she passed Shane Donovan, longtime ISA leader, super spy, and occasional savior of Salem. She didn't just say hello or excuse me. She said Director, not Mr. Donovan, not Shane. She used his formal title, a title not widely known to civilians or anyone outside of ISA ranks. That one word sent shockwaves through observant viewers. And Shane's reaction? Not surprise, not confusion, but a knowing look. He glanced at Cat as if recognizing her in a new light, or perhaps acknowledging an existing connection. And that's when the puzzle started to come together. A spy among us. Cat Greene's possible ISA connection. Let's review what we know. Cat knew to call Shane Director. Shane did not appear surprised by this. Cat's past remains a mystery, with even her own memories seeming fractured or false. She was introduced during a storyline involving Clyde Weston, who is known to have ISA enemies. She was found near John Black, one of the ISA's top field agents. Could all of this mean Cat is a sleeper agent? Or a deep-cover ISA operative placed in Salem for a long game? Or perhaps a former ISA recruit who lost her memory? And whose programming is slowly returning? Some fans are speculating that John Black himself may have recruited Cat, or at the very least was protecting her in some capacity before his death. If true, then John's passing may not have just been a personal loss, it could also represent the end of a secret operation that only Cat and Shane now understand. Writers cleaning house and setting the stage. There's a broader strategy unfolding here behind the scenes as well. According to insiders and observant fans, the current writing team is working hard to clean up several dangling storylines left by the previous head writer, Ron Carlivati. That includes giving characters like Cat a deeper, more legitimate backstory, and potentially anchoring her to one of Salem's iconic legacy families or institutions. It's no coincidence that Chad DiMera, played by Billy Flynn, is leaving Days in early 2026. Cat, who was briefly entangled with Chad during her Abigail phase, needs a new direction. And if she's indeed tied to the ISA, that gives her a long-term role on the canvas, one that connects her to Shane, to John's memory, and possibly even to Marlena, Sami, or Cassie Brady, depending on how the writers develop her lineage. What's next for Cat and Salem? If Cat is an agent or was one, it raises all kinds of questions. Why was she in hiding? Was Clyde trying to use her for his own ends? What does Shane expect from her now? Could she be John and Katerina's daughter, raised in secret within the ISA? And how does her strange reaction to Sami Brady fit into all of this? Whatever the answers, it's clear that Days of Our Lives is setting Cat Greene up for a major story arc. She's no longer just a background character. The small, strange moments are stacking up, and each one suggests she's on the verge of being revealed as a major player in Salem's next wave of drama. Final thoughts. Should we be worried about Cat's claws? So, should we be worried about Cat's intentions or her potential? In a soap world full of villains, secret agents, and unpredictable twists, Cat Greene might be one of the most fascinating enigmas to enter Salem in years. And while she may not be a villain, she's certainly not just an innocent bystander. Whether she's a sleeper spy, a secret legacy child, or something else entirely, Cat is no longer just a grieving assistant. She's a mystery waiting to be solved. And with Shane Donovan back on screen and Marlena in mourning, there's no better time for secrets to come clawing their way to the surface. Who is Cat Greene? The hidden truth that could rock Salem's legacy family's *** in the ever-twisting, emotionally rich world of Days of Our Lives. Fans know to expect the unexpected. And yet, even by Salem's high drama standards, the mystery surrounding newcomer Cat Greene is quickly turning into one of the most quietly captivating and potentially explosive storylines the show has presented in years. Cat didn't burst into town with a bang. She arrived softly, a supporting figure, delivering food, showing kindness, and appearing to be little more than Marlena, Evan's gentle assistant. But now, piece by piece, sharp-eyed viewers are noticing something much deeper simmering beneath her quiet surface. She's not just a bystander. She's not just grieving. She's remembering, and what she remembers, or perhaps what she doesn't want to remember, might change everything we thought we knew about John Black, Sami Brady, Shane Donovan, and even Marlena herself. The moment that sparked suspicion, I know her, it began with what seemed like a simple, even sweet, moment. Cat Greene was at Marlena's home, bringing comfort and food in the wake of John Black's heartbreaking death. As she moved through the living room, her eyes landed on a photograph of Sami Brady, John's stepdaughter and Marlena's oldest child. Cat froze. Then she quietly said something that sent a chill down the spine of any longtime viewer. I know her. I think. But I don't remember from where. It was the kind of line that, on its own, might seem forgettable. But for fans of Days, that sentence echoed with implication. Why would a young woman with no known ties to Salem recognize one of its most infamous daughters and yet not know why? Why would she hesitate, stumble, and then drop the subject entirely? The mystery didn't end there. At John's funeral. A glance that said too much at John Black's funeral, as Salem's most iconic families gathered to say goodbye to the man who had once been a priest, a mercenary, a husband, a father, and a hero. Cat made another surprising move. She crossed paths with Shane Donovan, the enigmatic director of the ISA, the spy agency that has woven in and out of Salem's history for decades. As she passed him, she didn't stop. She didn't fumble or politely greet him. Instead, she nodded and said, clearly and deliberately, director. And Shane's reaction? Not confusion. Not surprise. A pause. A look. Recognition. They know each other. And not just in passing. Connecting the dots, a story that might go back decades, so let's take a step back. Cat Greene is no ordinary young woman. When she first appeared in Salem in 2024, she was found under odd circumstances. Some fans may recall that she was mistaken, briefly and sensationally, for a resurrected Abigail Devereaux after Clyde Weston planted clues leading Chad and Jack to her. That identity was quickly disproven, but the incident revealed something very important. Cat has a past she doesn't talk about and perhaps doesn't fully remember. That past may very well involve Katerina, her mother, a woman who, we now know, was rescued by John Black many years ago in Greece. According to what's been revealed so far, John found Katerina trapped under the control of the dangerous Constantine Meliones, a notorious criminal figure from John's time working with the ISA. In order to protect her, John faked Katerina's death and helped her disappear. What happened between them after that? The show has remained vague. But fans aren't buying the silence. Because now we have Cat, a young woman with no known father, no clear history, and an uncanny emotional response to seeing a photo of John Black. It doesn't take a seasoned Salemite to connect the dots. Did John and Katerina have a romantic relationship during that time? Is Cat Greene the child of John Black? A new branch of the Black family tree? If this theory proves true, the implications are enormous. It would mean that Cat Greene is the half-sister of Brady Black John's son with Isabella Toscano, Belle Black John's daughter with Marlena Evans, Paul Nerita John's son from a past relationship with Tori Nerita, and possibly. It could explain why Cat recognized Sami, not from any personal interaction, but from photographs of the family she was never allowed to meet. After all, Sami is John's stepdaughter and would have been a familiar face around Marlena, Belle, and the rest of the family over the years. If Cat was raised in secret, perhaps to protect her from Constantine or others who hunted her mother, it makes sense that she might have been told stories, shown pictures, and taught to keep a low profile. And now that John is gone, the story she's hidden may be slowly surfacing, whether she wants it to or not. What does Shane know? The next question, of course, is what role does Shane Donovan play in all this? As the head of the ISA, Shane would have full knowledge of John's past missions. He may have known about Katerina, about Cat's birth, and perhaps even been the one who helped place Cat into hiding. Her acknowledgement of him as director isn't just a slip, it's evidence that she's been in ISA circles. Some fans are now speculating that Cat was either trained by the ISA or at least raised under their protection. That might explain her sharp instincts, her ability to play roles. Remember, she briefly convinced people she was Abigail, and her emotional distance. She wasn't just someone recovering from trauma. She was someone trained to survive. ###, where does this leave Marlena? The potential emotional fallout for Marlena Evans is staggering. If Cat is truly John's daughter, and she's been living under Marlena's roof, mourning alongside her, all while keeping this truth hidden, could be devastating. Marlena is no stranger to secrets or complicated family ties, but discovering that John had a child he never told her about, even for noble reasons, would shake her to the core. And yet, knowing Marlena, her heart may also reach out to Cat, especially if Cat was a product of John's effort to do the right thing, protect a woman from a monster, and give their child a chance at a safe life. What happens next? Right now, Days of Our Lives is playing its cards carefully. The writers appear to be planting seeds. Subtle interactions, loaded glances, mysterious phrases that hint at a massive reveal to come. If the show chooses to go down this road, making Cat Greene the secret daughter of John Black, it would honor his legacy in a powerful way. It would expand the Black family tree, tie Cat into the rich history of Salem, and give fans a reason to invest deeply in her journey. And let's face it, Salem always has room for one more legacy heir with a secret to tell. So keep your eyes on Cat Greene, because the quiet assistant, the soft-spoken comforter, the woman who whispers, "I know her," to family photos, may be the key to unlocking one of the greatest secrets John Black ever carried. And that secret, if revealed, will not just change Cat's life. It will change everything.